Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife and welcome to our second full day here in the city of Seattle. I am up and out of the hotel this morning and mission number one is to find coffee for Sherri and bring it back to her so we can get our day started. So let's go find coffee. Retro coffee, perfect. That was a success. Got Sherri her coffee, got a little breakfast snack. Now back to the hotel. Here's actually a better shot of the Seattle Public Library building. Very, very cool. And I've actually never been in there on any of my trips to Seattle. And then right across the street from the public library is this building, which is now a courthouse. However, kind of cool, this was actually the first hospital in Seattle. And you might be saying, Adam, I see you got Sherri's coffee, but where's your coffee? I don't know, this is one of those mornings that I'm wanting water, not coffee. I know, very strange to some, but no coffee for me yet today, maybe later. All right, back at the hotel, got Sherri her coffee. Now you can live. You look pretty. You're welcome. All right, Sherri, what's the plan for today?
Bookstores.
There are two bookstores that we want to go.
Yeah.
One of them is like a used bookstore. Mm-hmm. The other one's it's probably one of the most known bookstores here in Seattle. Mm-hmm. The used bookstore though apparently has cats.
Yeah, like cats that just live in the store. I
can't wait for that. But one of the things that we brought with us this trip, knowing that we were going to go to that bookstore, is this. And you guys, I'm not sure we have shown this on our vlogs. It's like, oh, okay, Pride and Prejudice, what's the big deal? Well, that's kind of what we thought when we bought this book. We found it for sale in Florida mm-hmm. at like an antique store. Mm-hmm. And we spent how much for it, Sherri?
Like $5.
And the reason you wanted to buy it was why?
Well, I mean, I just love Pride and Prejudice, but also it was kind of cool to so this was actually printed in 1895.
Yep, and so we're like, oh, an 1895 Pride and Prejudice, what a neat thing. Yeah. But it still even has like that paper. Mm-hmm. It's got some illustrations in it. Yep. And it's just really pretty.
Yes.
And so we thought, oh, an illustrated Pride and Prejudice, that's kind of neat. Let's buy it, $5, no big deal. Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't realize that apparently this is
apparently a big deal. This guy, I think this is like the first and maybe only illustrations that he did for Jane Austen. And just the fact that this has been around since 1895 and then it's illustrated by him, is kind of a big deal.
So when we started looking at prices on this book, we were sort of blown away.
More than $5.
Yeah, a lot more than $5.
Right.
This hands down would be the most expensive book that we own, yes. And we had no clue.
Right.
We've talked to a couple of people, like we talked to one person at Powell's in Portland, which is like a gigantic bookstore. Mm-hmm. Showed him photos of what we had, and he was like, wait a second, you own that? And so we thought, you know what, since we're coming to a used bookstore that kind of specializes in older, rare editions, mm-hmm. we thought, you know what, let's bring this with us. Yeah. Just see what they have to say as far as value and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. We do not plan on selling it.
I don't think I'm going to sell it.
But
just because it is really cool to have. But I'm not completely over being bought out. So.
And the antique store that we bought the book at was just like one of those like antique stores where there's consignment store where there's different like booths. And apparently this booth was run by an old couple, and the lady who owned the antique store said that this couple just would bring in random boxes of books and just like put them out on the shelves. And so we were looking
$5 a piece.
$5 a piece. And so we saw that and we're like, you know what, yeah, a $5 Pride and Prejudice that was in 1895. Why not?
I think we got like a bunch of books that day. I think we ended up spending like $30 or $40 on books at $5 each. But this one I was just like, yeah, it's like $5. Of course I'm gonna get this.
So cool. When we bought it, we had no clue that it was worth money. Right. We just thought that it was a cool Pride and Prejudice. Right. So we're gonna take it with us today and see what the used book people say. So let's get out. Let's head to the Capitol Hill area of Seattle, where we're gonna spend the next little bit of today. Our lift is on the way, should be here in just a minute, and then I think it's only like a 7 or 8 minute drive to Capitol Hill. I just looked over here at the hotel sign and I was like, what is that? Yep, that for sure, a can of Chef Boyardee mac and cheese. Hey Sherri, at the bookstores, we need to limit our time, so I was thinking like 5 minutes per bookstore?
Per book?
No, per bookstore.
I'm Brooklyn.
No,
So
no, bookstore. 5 minutes? That's enough, right? All right, we arrived here in the Capitol Hill District at Twice Sold Tales. I love that they even have a cat on their sign outside. I am so excited about this. Here we go. Well, officially, favorite bookstore ever. You guys. Oh my gosh. So cute. So this is the oldest one here. There's actually 6 cats who live here. This is Eleanor. Eleanor is 16.
Oh, paws look like Missy.
Does. Paws do look like Missy. What a sweet old lady. I love all of the old and rare books they have. Look at this. Moby Dick, illustrated by Rockwell Kent. Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea. They have a bunch of first editions down here. Oh, I have a little visitor. Hello. Oh, so sweet. I think that Sherri has stopped trying to find books and has started trying to find cats. And you guys, she hit the gold mine. There's 3 of them here. There's one sleeping down there. There's the black one that I just showed them, came over and saw me. And then there's the old lady. So we found all 6. It's kind of crazy because this bookstore goes on and on. It feels like it never ends. Like every time you round a corner, you find another section. I just found Sherri, and you now have 3 books in your hands.
Yeah.
Also, let's go pet the cat again.
Okay.
I think I have a new best friend. This one is so sweet. I told Sherri that if there were no books in this store and only cats,
Still worth it though.
100%. This is the best. Look at this.
Oh my god.
Look at those little murder mitts. All right, so we just left Twice Sold Tales.
Yeah.
Sherri, how was that store?
It's such a cool bookstore. It's like one of those that's just like a maze. Like you just kind of wander, and there was like right as we were getting ready to leave, I was like, ooh, another hallway that led to like a whole different room. And I was like, how did I miss this whole thing?
It's crazy. It kept going.
Yeah.
The cats, though.
Cats are so sweet. You can tell they're really used to people. Like they had no problem with people just coming up and petting them.
No.
And they were so sweet.
I love that. Update on the Pride and Prejudice book. Their rare books person was not in, left earlier. However, he looked at it, and as we left, he said probably $800 or $900.
Yeah.
Which is not bad.
Yeah.
For a book that we spent $5 on.
Correct.
So we are going to hold on to it because, I don't know, at least for now it feels like we own something kind of cool. So we're going to keep that. Now we're going to head to another bookstore. We're going to the Elliott Bay Book Company, I think. So let's start walking. We are almost to our next bookstore. I think we're just about a block away or so. You guys, look how big this bookstore is. Holy cow. Well, we've only been here a couple minutes. Sherri already has a book. Surprise, surprise. Up here on the second floor, we can get a really good view of just how big this bookstore is. And I lost Sherri for a little bit, but I found her in the young adult, sci-fi, and fantasy section. Kind of exactly where I expected you.
When we find that one emotion that fills us like the ocean, it spreads throughout our bodies, allowing us to bring forth delight, a delight to find love for the first time when we search. But it's the journey of life that would only allow us to understand that love is what makes our birth so much special, that we grow together amongst the glistening sunshine, even the rain, allowing us to be able to maintain throughout the pain. Because the journey of love, it allows us to be able to feel it amongst our fingertips. Even sometimes when we let it slip, love comes back a second time, allowing us to realize the beauty of this joy that we feel inside. Because if the world didn't have love, it wouldn't be a place that feels like heaven.
Oh man, what's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony, I'm Adam. It's nice to meet you. So after some amazing poetry by Anthony, that was so cool. Now we're heading into this vintage mall. So this is really cool. This store is called Bogey Boys. And Sherri, who founded this?
Macklemore?
Macklemore, exactly. It's so funny. Like Macklemore, you guys know, thrift shop. He basically came out with this golf line, this vintage inspired like golf line. So upstairs is the Bogey Boys shop, and downstairs is the Vintage Mall, which is like the greatest thing ever because, I don't know, it's like the thrift shop that Macklemore talked about. I think Sherri might have just found the greatest thing in the entire store. Sherri, what do you got there?
The button.
It is a giant button. NKOTB.
Oh my god.
I love it. It's so, they have like multiple ones. Okay, I love that vintage Mariners bag, but also look at that Seattle Supersonics like mug back there. Oh my gosh, Sherri, I need all this stuff.
Okay.
So this Mickey Mouse hat, amazing. Look at that one back there. Also, this Coldfoot Alaska hat.
I like to think that I like.
What a fun store. All right, heading back upstairs and heading out. So Sherri went to both of the bookstores. Which one was your favorite?
The Tricycle Tales.
Yeah, the one with the cats?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like, I like the overrun, like, books on books kind of thing.
So we saw this store called Capital Coffee Works. We were gonna head in and get some coffee. So this is actually really cool. I've never seen this at a coffee shop before. It says no need to tip. Talks about how the menu prices reflect the cost of providing sustainable livelihood for the workers here as well as the people they get their coffee from. One thing about coffees in Seattle, they're not only delicious, they also are always beautiful. All right, coffee, check. So we just came in the store called Retail Therapy that was right next to the coffee shop, and it is absolutely amazing and hilarious, and I'm so glad we stopped. I mean, come on, you guys, they sell a candle that has prints on it. What's not to love? They have a ton of great cards. We go together like coffee and cream. I like this one though. All right, that was a hilarious store.
Yes, it was.
A ton of fun. I do love all the public art and graffiti work here in Capitol Hill, and that's a good one. I've been behaving myself this trip, have not gone to any breweries while here in Seattle, but wanted to check this one out. It is called Optimism, and so here we are. We got one flight to split. We got 6 different beers on the flight. Finished at the brewery. That place was great. Now we are just walking up a couple blocks, getting a little bit of fresh air. Gonna call our Lyft and have it take us to our hotel. Hello, temporary home. So we got a couple minutes before we go see Cam and Laura. We're actually just going to dump off some of the things that we bought today, some of the books, some of the coffee, leave it here in the hotel, empties Sherri's backpack. So we're not carrying stuff around. Want to talk about a couple things. First of all, we're gonna see Cam and Laura here in just a little bit. We didn't show it on the vlog last night, but we actually waited for them to get in last night. We waited down in the hotel lobby, and then we hung out with them until after midnight. We just like basically closed down the hotel bar. They literally, like the bartenders, left. And they were just like, hey, you guys.
Lock up when you leave.
That's what they said. They were like, you guys, we're just gonna leave, and when you're done here, just like close off this area. So, okay, that's what we did. We had so much fun just talking to them and hanging out. It was a ton of fun. But I did want to talk a little bit about like vaccination cards and stuff, what it's been like here in Seattle, because I know a lot of our viewers might be coming to Seattle this summer for cruises, for vacations. And so here's what it is like, at least as of February 2022. Every place you go to, as far as if you're gonna sit down inside, like coffee shops, restaurants, if you're getting food to go, they haven't checked vaccination cards. So if you just get like coffee to go, they don't check. However, if you're going to sit inside, every place we've gone, they've checked. And so whether it's a coffee shop, whether it's a lunch place, whatever it is, when we've gone inside stores, like bookstores and stuff, they have not checked.
There's always been signs saying masks required, vaccinations required, but they don't, obviously, we always have our mask on, but they've never asked for our vax cards in like retail shops, like bookstores and whatever.
But they do have signs. So I would just say that if you're coming to Seattle, number one, check the way like local regulations are when you come. Because again, this stuff can change quickly. As of now, definitely come here with your vax card. Because again, if you want to go do anything, go in anywhere, you're going to need it.
I wanted to say something too, I've noticed. So in Anchorage, Alaska's pretty chill when it comes to like masking and that kind of stuff, inside or outside. Here, it seems like about 75% of people have masks on outside as well, like as they're walking.
It's true.
And then like everybody inside. So that was kind of interesting to me. It's not like you walk out the door and take off your mask. Like a lot of people are just been leaving them on as they walk. And I think part of that is probably, it's a bigger city. You're always passing people.
Yeah, density of people.
Yep. And so it's not just so much like we're outside. It's not going to spread anything. Like you're walking past hundreds of people to go anywhere. And so most people have their masks on outside too.
Yeah, so I'd just say, just know that if you're coming to Seattle, vaccination cards, masks are a part of the experience at this point. But again, before you come here, just check that. We just wanted to let you guys know that, kind of what our experience has been with that, because I know, again, a lot of LeggLife viewers may be doing Alaska cruises this summer, maybe coming through Seattle. I will say, Sherri, do you feel like either of those things, vaccination cards or masks, have impacted for the negative your Seattle experience?
No, everybody's been really nice about it. Like when, like most of the people like coffee shops and stuff ask, are you getting this to go or are you wanting to sit? And as soon as we say we're gonna sit, they're like, oh, then can I just get a peek at your Vax card? And so far, none of them have needed like the actual card.
Yep. We've been able to show them a photo of it on our phone.
And they're like, okay, cool. Yep. So, but no, I don't think that it's impacted anything. I think it's just
the way it is.
Another thing, like masks, like it's just something else you just have to adapt to.
Yeah, it's just part of life, at least here in Seattle today. But anyway, just want to let you guys know that, because I know that some of you may have been wondering, but that's what it's been like for us. All right, now we're gonna kill a little bit more time, go see Cam and Laura. And just like that, back out. How's your backpack feeling?
So much lighter.
Yeah, now that all your books and coffee are out. So here we are at the Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Capitol Hill. Cam and Laura are with us. So definitely, unlike most Starbucks stores, this is crazy. Over here at one of the ends at the Reserve Roastery, you guys, are you kidding? Look how amazing this looks. Good job, Starbucks. So this is the side where they have the bar. You can get different cocktails made by the bartenders here at Starbucks. The actual coffee bar is back over there. You can see tons and tons of tables, lots of space. All right, Sherri Beth got a couple of coffee cocktails. You got the coffee martini flight?
Yep.
How is it?
Very strong.
Yeah, they certainly look good.
Tasty. Very strong.
Drinks are finished. Now we're just kind of checking out all the different things they have. And I gotta say, you guys, they have so much stuff here. Sherri Beth, what'd you find? Oh, look at that. It says coffee lover. You gonna get it? A couple things over here that I think are kind of cool. They have a whole cold brew kit. But look at this, you guys. They have a nitro cold brew growler. Sherri, can I spend $225?
Whatever you want, I love.
Thanks, love. I'm not going to. But look at this. It's like a portable growler for nitro cold brew. That's crazy. Also, look at this. First of all, the sticker collection. Love that. So cool. Now we're just kind of walking around to the roastery, and the operation here, you guys, is pretty crazy. In fact, check this out. You'll see this big copper kettle back over there. All of these copper tubes that run along the ceiling feed right there into those cylinders. So as the beans are roasted, they're deposited right in there to be ground and used. Okay, we're here to the second floor. Sherri Beth taking photos of this little coffee bean wall. Pretty awesome. It is pretty crazy because obviously most Starbucks stores are just about like getting your drink from the barista and enjoying that. But to be in a Starbucks store where all of the roasting and everything happens on site is pretty crazy and cool. Walking back to our hotel, and Laura saw this. Probably the happiest and greatest graffiti I've ever seen. Just like, puppies! All right, back at our hotel just for a couple of minutes before we have to leave and go to our dinner reservations. Dinner tonight is at a place called the Pink Door. It opened in like 1981, so it's been around for a while. It's a place that I've always wanted to go. So super excited to go. It'll be my first time, Sherri's first time. There's like live music tonight, and I just think it's gonna be a perfect dinner evening. And then after dinner, we're gonna meet back up with Cam and Laura and hang out with them. It's so fun that it worked out for them to come up here while we're here. They are just, they're people that we enjoy being with, and it doesn't really matter what we're doing. Like, whatever we do is secondary to just like being with them. I just feel like every time we're together, just the conversation, talking with them, being with them is just like, that's the highlight. So don't know what we're gonna do tonight, but I know that it will be a ton of fun when we're with them later. So again, a couple minutes, just resting here in the hotel, and then off to dinner. You excited for dinner at the Pink Door?
Yes, I am.
It's a place that we have talked about for years and years. Finally gonna check it off the list. All right, so we just got dropped off, walking down to the Pink Door right now. And look at the sunset behind the public market sign. We're walking down the alley. The Pink Door is gonna be just up here. Here we are at the Pink Door. Walk-in availability currently sold out. Good thing we have reservations then. All right, Sherri, you ready? Here we go. So for our appetizer, we got half the antipasti. This is the half. It's got fresh mozzarella, it's got meats, it looks just absolutely perfect. Alright, so we just finished dinner at the Pink Door. Not really the kind of place you pull out the vlog camera at.
No.
So we did not vlog any of dinner, but Sherri, how was it?
It was excellent.
Place,
really good.
Place we wanted to go for a long time, and it lived up to the hype. It was spectacular.
It was beautiful inside. The service was phenomenal.
Would go back in a second.
Absolutely.
Amazing dinner.
Yep.
So we actually missed this story during the day. One of you told us about this. It is the purple store. Everything in the store is purple. That's so funny. Sherri, your hair would have fit in just great in there.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe next trip. And here we are, back home. All right, heading back out of the hotel with Cam and Laura. We found a place called Elephant and Castle. It's supposed to be like a British pub. So we're gonna go down and check it out. All right, friends, we are back in our hotel room. We just hung out with friends tonight.
We closed down the bar again.
We closed down the bar again here. And you know what's funny? Not a single drink. Literally just sat in there with food and talked. And we've made best friends with the bartender here. Yes. And she gave us something that has altered our plans for tomorrow.
Yep.
She gave us, so ridiculous. She gave us tickets to the Northwest Flower and Garden Show that is going on at the convention center here in Seattle. And at first we were like, we're not going to that.
I mean, thanks for the free tickets, but like.
And then it was like, wait a second. This actually sounds amazing. It is the second largest flower and garden show in the US. And
I take pictures of flowers, that's what I do.
And we looked at their Instagram and we're like, this place looks beautiful. So we're going to brunch with Cam and Laura tomorrow morning, and then we're going to the Northwest Flower and Garden Festival.
We got free tickets.
We got free tickets. So Flower and Garden, I literally never thought these words would come out of my mouth.
Right.
So Flower and Garden Festival vlogs coming on the next LeggLife video. Today was such a cool day, from bookstores and walking around, really the whole second half of the day with Cam and Laura, and just, I don't know.
Dinner was great.
Dinner was great.
Second dinner was great.
That's true. So let's talk about highlights of today.
Yeah.
What was your highlight?
The first bookstore we went to.
The cats.
With the cats. The bookstore itself was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was chaotic and disaster and exactly what you want a bookstore to be. And then they were cats. And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved it. That was my highlight.
That may have been, you guys know bookstores are much more Sherri's thing than my thing. That is like a top 2 or 3 bookstore I've ever been to. It was so awesome because of the cats.
Yeah.
So I really did love that. I think my highlight, we went to like a British pub tonight with Cam and Laura and just like sat there for a while, a couple of hours I think.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think I said this in yesterday's video, just like being with friends is just, you guys know I'm one of those people that gets life from other people, especially good people. And there's just been so much laughter, and I don't know, it's just so cool because like they've become really good friends to us.
Yeah. And
so just getting to spend time with them has been the highlight for me for sure. So we're gonna end this video, we're gonna go get some sleep because tomorrow we have to check out. Tomorrow night we're flying back to Alaska, but not before brunch. And
the flower and garden show.
My level of excitement for this thing is honestly way higher than I expected it to be. I cannot wait.
I'm excited too.
I cannot wait. So friends, we love you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.